edited all those videos and cut them all up and made them into like these nice videos that I can upload to YouTube. Hopefully that goes well. I spent a lot of time cutting it together. Man, this YouTube thing takes up too much time. Yeah, okay, so I noticed there was a few things that I could have added that I didn't, and one of them was, you remember I told you guys about like those crazy voices from those kids outside? So there's a nice little round off to that. It's probably not so good to talk so much about like nefarious spirits, but I'll just add this in. So earlier this year, I think it was like January, February, I'm really like, yeah, I've re-established, I'm very engaged with my new faith. I'm in love with God and Jesus. I see it as a glorious thing. I'm really happy that this happened to me, and a certain type of yeah, it's just great. Let's put it that way. Whatever. But I'm going outside late at night to take the dog out, and I have to go down that hallway again. You know, where I told you guys that sometimes when I came back from taking out the trash, I would hear, I would have that interaction again, and I never saw these kids. But I also noticed that once I engaged in Christianity, the aggression under which these beings kind of double up their game is intense. But they don't face you in the same way. I mean, God's able to sort of have you cruise through it. But anyway, so today, that one day earlier this year, I came in and it was late at night. I think it was already like 2 in the morning, as a matter of fact. It was one of those like, been up all night watching movies with my wife. I think it was on Friday or something. And I'm coming back, I just took the dog out and I come back into the hallway, open the main door that's got a lock on there. And then in my head, I think, I just get the sense that, oh, they might be back. Like, just something like that spider sense type of thing, you know? Really hard to explain, but it's something like that. You get an intuition and it's usually right. And I close the door to the hallway and I start walking down. We live maybe 15 yards from the main entrance door. And you know what? Like, out of nowhere in the darkness, these 3 kids, they look like they're about 10 years old. They run up to the door. They're like, let us in. And I get goosebumps. I'm like, whoa, no. Yeah, it's like a horror movie from the 80s or 90s or something. It's weird, you know? It's like Omen meets Child's Play and just a touch of like Exorcist or something. It's whack, and I'm like, no, get out of here. I'll just ignore them. Why are there 10-year-old kids running around outside 2 in the morning anyways? You know, the whole thing's, that's it. That's like closure. Like, yeah, there they are. Who knows? Maybe they can take on human form or something. But so that happens, right? And then I'm obviously inside me, the spirit is like, yeah, it's funny how God still lets me see them and interact, but they don't bother me in the same way. Like, it's really weird. You can, this is a side thing, but obviously you can sort of, you can say prayers, rebuke them, as they say. Like, you can rebuke in the name of like God or Jesus. You can rebuke these spirits to sort of leave. But at least in my case, they're not gone very long. They usually show up the next day or something. It's weird. Not in my house or anything like that, but if yeah. Anyways, maybe there's others out there that can experience something similar, and you know, as I say, if we didn't, I think for a lot of us, if I hadn't have gone through this path the way that I done, it's like, yeah, that's like some schizophrenia madness, yo, but obviously that's not the case, you know. Yeah, it's weird. And but there's other like the third meditation retreat that I was going to go to, the third 10-day session. I had to cut it short, and there's a whole crazy story to that too, where again I saw another spirit form materialize, but it was actually, it wasn't like humanoid. It was more like a burning black ball. Crazy stuff. The spirit realms is filled with whack stuff. Anyways, but to round it all off, this will be the last sort of video in my, I guess you can call it a testimony. I hope it's I hope it's sort of brought a lot of reflective thought for people that, I don't know, a whole spectrum of people. Hopefully it does a lot of good for people out there. I don't know who it's gonna reverberate with or what people take out of it, but I'm throwing in my thing. I see many other people brave enough to talk about their experiences, and I'm like, okay, you know, what have I got to lose? Everything in the material realm is, as Jesus encourages you to put it in a perspective of, yeah, just don't attach to say what you need to say if you've experienced that type of thing, because it could be helpful for somebody else, I guess. Okay, well, and again, if there's secular Buddhists out there, or if there's very spiritually in tune Buddhists out there, I really recommend that you, I don't know, it's up to you, but you know, in Buddhism you become very good at, for example, compassion meditation. It can transform you. It can transform you to be a very good person. But it would be such a shame if you forgo true salvation. I suggest, I mean, I would have never said this before unless I had my experiences, and it is what it is. An experience makes it click. So I kind of encourage you to consider the same. It might be the most important thing that you ever consider. I don't subscribe to the many paths to heaven rule. If you read the scripture, this is clearly not it. It's just made up. And it's extremely important to be discerning in this world, because the deceivers are, man, they don't want you to get liberated. They want you to be lost and go to eternal damnation. Is it any surprise? Look around in the world. Anyways, enough of that. God bless everybody, and may you also be lucky. And if you are one that walks in faith, keep it nice and hot, and may your faith be rewarded with some kind of sign if you get lucky as well, but if not, blindly forward in faith alone. Alright guys, thanks for bearing through all the videos. That must have been quite a drudgery. But again, hopefully it also inspired you. Stay away from that crazy occult stuff. It's real. It'll ruin your life. It'll set ablaze. And what I noticed is that there's reasonably little protection for those that are not safe with God. If they decide to come and harass you, you're in big trouble. Alright guys, bye.